Alright guys, I'm Chris. Welcome to HP Engines. Yeah, so for some of you guys, you're going to see this and be like, what? Didn't I already watch this video like 2 weeks ago? And it's kind of yes, kind of no. So what happened was, I started to build on my Vitara single cam, and I kind of jumped the gun on my review there. I got so fucking excited when I initially started measuring clearances or whatnot that the rods were able to pass without hitting the block. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking fantastic. These rods are marketed as minimal notch or whatever, and it doesn't hit anything. It just hit the girdle. Well, a day later, I go back in, put the rest of the rods in there, and rotate it, and I could hear like, but not the regular piston moving up and down. It was like, metal on metal in a bad way. So I checked it out, and sure enough, like the rods were, barely glancing against the block. So yes, you need to notch the block as well as the girdle for the single cam rods from Skunk2. Now, what I'm saying here about this, in review, to this kind of goes across the board for Skunk2 rods in general, but to be specific for the review for the single cam rods, I still think that these are a great choice to get. I haven't built with other rods besides the generic ones. The generic ones were like a full-on hard contact when I used those H-beams. It full-on stopped. I had to do a lot of cutting. With these Skunk2s, I didn't have to do so much cutting, and it's a reputable brand, at least as far as I believe and feel. Why do I feel this way? Because I have a friend who does high-end fucking K builds all the time and almost exclusively uses Skunk2s. And because he's using Skunk2s, I'm pretty sure he's recommending this to the people who are getting their builds. Because I haven't seen any Eagle rods or anything like that. Not to say anything bad against Eagle, because I use the fuck out of Eagle personally. But Skunk2s has been his preferred rods. Now, the reason why I have Skunk2 rods in this is because one of you guys are generous enough, Sam Walker, most of you already know this, to hook it up with a very good price, $170, brand new rods in the box. And he will let my broke ass pay a little bit at a time. So I jumped all over that idea. Like, I can get the hookup on Skunk2 rods, and you're going to let me pay payments, so I'm definitely down for that. And so that's what I did. I grabbed those rods and started using them. But as far as that goes, I'm completely fine with using these rods because they're, Skunk2 claims 900 plus horsepower, and I know for a fact that my homeboy is using this fucking, or associate friend. I guess I'm not close enough to him to call him a homeboy, but I do feel comfortable talking to the guy on a regular basis. That he uses Skunk2 rods all the time and almost exclusively. All right, and I'll leave a link for the video I made for him a while ago about his MR2 K-swap. Watch the video, guys, even though it's just me talking mainly. There are some race clips in there, and his car is actually pretty famous on four bangers and a couple other, 1320 and shit. You want to see this guy's car. You want to see this guy's setup, and then that setup going in an MR2 later. Or it's actually in the MR2, still under construction. But anyway, back to the rods. So yeah, the 900 plus that Skunk2 claims, I feel comfortable supporting as well. I would definitely have no problem with taking these rods and going on a balls out build for any engine. All right. And as far as affordability and stuff, I see them. They trend at $389. I've seen them sell for as low as $340 something. Does that if you catch them on the low side, that puts them in the range of Eagle rods. If you catch them on the high side, they're a little bit on the pricey side. But still great rods to choose from. And as far as the fact that it clears the block so well, that it's only minimally hits, that I would definitely say if you're going to have to notch the block and you're going to be doing this yourself, it's not a bad brand to go with because it's going to be minimal work and it holds more than enough power. I would say it safely holds double the power that you're most likely going to make if you're going, if you're going to go the Vitara route. All right, so I ran on a lot longer in my other video, but I think that this one is going to be, even though it's shorter, it's enough to sum up the idea here because they're extremely powerful. I think they're tested and true. I did weigh mine, and they were plus or minus a gram like advertised, and the cut work that you have to do for the Vitaras are minimal, next to none. All right, guys. So that's, it's not off. I think this is actually the first time I've ever retracted a video I've shot. Normally, I don't retract a video. I just kind of make a correction to it and hold by it. But the main thing I was harping about in my other review was the fact that it cleared the block without need to cut, and that wasn't the case. So I felt the need to pull that down and reshoot it. So hopefully you guys take the time to rewatch this. I'm going to try and market it in a way to show you guys that this is a different video from the other one and whatnot. And so if you are an old subscriber and you're rewatching this, thanks for the view. I appreciate it because most of you guys have already seen that I've had to change this in the build process. And if you're new to the channel, stick around, check some out. Follow the links in the end because I'm going step by step through the process of building this Vitara block, notching and everything. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace.